Okay, I'm on my way to RANT conference in Canary Wharf.
Budget meetings in September about what's happened in these last 2 weeks. And the fun hasn't really stopped. I mean, actually that exploit.
Okay, so that was Quentin talking, and that was Andy thinking I was taking a photo, hence he held that pose for such a long time. I should apologise up front, the video from the day was very erratic. I didn't really take much because I was paying attention to the talks, and there were some fantastic talks during the day. I was on a panel at the end of the day. It was a Room 101 style thing, so typically during the day the panelists got together and kind of like...
They're really elaborate there, but
yeah.
We're going to get a bin and just symbolically place people.
I have no idea what I'm doing on the panel, so it's an emergency meeting.
Yeah. And I better know why as well, I love it. Oh, yeah.
But the one thing that really overshadowed it was comments about my shirt, and the blame of which I put squarely on Shan. So at first, you could say I was afraid, I was petrified. Why were these so-called friends making fun of my choice of shirt? Maybe they don't recognise good fashion when they see it. But then it occurred to me, it's like how the papers always used to talk about David Beckham's hairstyle, or how someone was caught shopping. It's obsession with celebrity culture. They just view me as a celebrity amongst them, so... We all went out for dinner and it was a very good night. Yes, I did go to RANT yesterday. And it was really good. And I'll actually go further than that and say it was perhaps the best RANT I've ever been to. All the talks were limited to like 10-20 minutes, so you got really good like condensed talks rather than something padded out for 40 or 60 minutes. And now today I've got to head off to Sheffield for Steelcon tomorrow. Yay! Been there once before, so that was about 3-4 years ago at its first one, where me and Girl Cynic were invited to keynote. It's a really good family-based conference, so they have a kids track. I know these are like back-to-back conferences, so it looks like I'm always attending conferences, which I'm not really. I'm quite selective in the conferences I attend. I don't go to too many, and this year I'm not going to Blackout and DEF CON, so I'm keeping it very local. So RANTCon was here in London. Steelcon is, well, okay, it's in Sheffield. It's just a 3-hour drive or so. These are all really cheap or almost free to attend conferences. It's really good for like students or people interested in security, people who want to break into the industry, or people who just feel like maybe they've stagnated a bit and they're not too sure as to what to do next in their career or how to approach particular problems or challenges. The networking opportunities are great, the new perspectives, meeting with like-minded people. It's all really, really good stuff. But I think I must have said this before, and I'll say it again. When you attend a conference, don't just go blind. Go with a plan, go with an objective, and mix it up. Have some talks that you want, pick up some talks that you want to see, but don't try to fill up your entire agenda with just talks. Set aside some time for network. Identify people who you'd like to connect with or you want to pick their brains on. Be clear in what you're there to do. Sometimes just to make a connection, you're just there for a conversation.
I am the passenger, and I ride through the city backsides. I see the stars come out of the sky.
So eventually made it to Sheffield, went to Steelcon the next morning, and it was a fantastic conference. Lots of people were happy to see me and happy to be on camera. I shot a few basketballs and found it impossible to miss. And get this, you could get drinks at the after party in exchange for currency, and on the £5 note, guess whose face it was? For me, one of the highlights of the whole day was Chris Boyd's talk. Follow him, Paper Ghost, on Twitter. The best way I can explain it is If you've seen The Usual Suspects, you know that feeling that you get at the end. That's the feeling I got from watching his talk. Absolutely phenomenal. I've not seen anything like that before, at least not in InfoSec. Anyway, after that, we had the after party where my group, Host Unknown, agreed to do the quiz. And the quiz went well, I think. Overall, fantastic 2 conferences, and you ever get a chance to check them out, it's RANT Conference and Steelcon. Maybe I'll see you at the next one. Stay secure, my friends.
I am the passenger, and I ride